Ever felt like your mechanic speaks a language designed to confuse you and empty your wallet? You came in for a squeaky noise, and suddenly you're $1,200 deep in urgent repairs you never saw coming. Well, you're not crazy. Today, we're blowing the lid off common car problems that mechanics don't want you to know about, because knowing these could save you hundreds, even thousands. Let's get started. Number 1. Battery problems that aren't actually battery problems. One day, your car won't start, and the mechanic declares your battery is toast. But wait, did they check the terminals? Because in 70% cases, it's not the battery at all, it's corroded terminals or a loose connection. Mechanics love this trick because it's quick, easy money, and most drivers don't know any better. With a little cleaning using baking soda and water, you can restore those connections and get your car going again. Don't replace a $150 battery when a $2 brush would have fixed the issue. Before you pay, ask them to check the voltage and inspect the terminals with you watching. If they act shady about it, take your car and walk. Number 2, you need new brake pads immediately. It is common for a mechanic to warn that your brake pads are almost gone and need immediate replacement. However, pads are considered worn only when the material is less than 3 millimeters thick. Many mechanics recommend replacement when there's still 5 to 6 millimeters left. This leads to premature service and extra money in the shop's pocket. Always ask how many millimeters are left and whether the pad wear is even across all wheels. You can also inspect pads yourself through the wheel spokes or with the tire off. If there's no squealing, pulsating, or pulling, you're likely fine for now. Stay informed to avoid spending hundreds prematurely. Number 3. Dirty engine air filter. The mechanic pops your hood and gives you a serious look and say, "Your engine air filter is filthy and it's choking your engine." They hold up a dusty filter like it's a biohazard and say replacing it is urgent. Air filters are meant to get dirty. That's literally their job. A little dust or discoloration doesn't mean it's failing. Most cars only need a replacement every 15,000 to 30,000 miles. But shady shops push early replacements because it's an easy $40 to $100 add-on. Want to check it yourself? Hold it up to the sun. If you can still see light through it, it's doing its job. Unless it's completely caked with grime or torn, you're probably good for thousands more miles. Number 4. Spark plug replacements. Way too early. Modern spark plugs, especially platinum and iridium types, can last 80,000 to 100,000 miles. However, some mechanics recommend replacement at 30,000 to 50,000 miles unnecessarily. Unless you're experiencing engine misfires, rough idling, or hard starts, spark plugs are likely still functioning well. Shops may argue that dirty plugs reduce fuel efficiency, but slight wear is normal and doesn't immediately impact performance. Removing and inspecting them yourself can help verify their condition. Always check the service manual for the correct interval. And if you do replace them, make sure they're properly gapped and torxed. Number 5. Carbon buildup in the intake valves. Carbon buildup in your intake valves is a problem mechanics love to make sound terrifying. If you drive a car with direct injection, carbon can slowly build up on the valves over time. But here is the catch. This buildup usually happens gradually and doesn't cause immediate performance issues unless it's extreme. Yet some shops jump straight to recommending a pricey walnut blasting service or chemical cleaning that can run your hundreds. In reality, if your engine isn't misfiring, stuttering, or losing power, it's probably not time for drastic measures. Using top-tier fuel and occasional fuel system cleaners can help slow the buildup naturally. Number 6. Engine oil flush. You're at the shop for a basic oil change, and suddenly the mechanic's pitching you an engine oil flush. They'll say your engine's full of sludge, and this magical flush will clean everything out and make your car run like new. Sounds responsible, right? Well, not so fast. In most cases, an engine flush is completely unnecessary especially if you've been doing regular oil changes with quality oil. And here's the scary part. In older engines, a flush can actually cause damage by dislodging chunks of sludge that end up clogging vital oil passages. That can lead to engine failure. The flush is just profit padding for the shop. Stick to regular oil changes. Your engine doesn't need a cleanse. It just needs consistency. Number 7. Premature transmission fluid. Flushes. Transmission fluid is vital for cooling, lubrication, and smooth gear changes. But unlike engine oil, it doesn't always need frequent changes. Some shops suggest a transmission flush every 30,000 miles, when many cars are built for 60,000 to 100,000 mile intervals, especially with synthetic or long-life fluid. Flushing too early or using the wrong type of fluid can actually cause problems like slipping or rough shifting. Mechanics may use scare tactics like, "Your fluid looks dirty," to upsell flushes even when discoloration is normal over time. Always follow your manufacturer's maintenance schedule, not a generic shop recommendation. Number 8. Your coolant is dirty. Coolant comes in all colors: green, red, orange, blue, depending on the manufacturer. But mechanics love to point at your radiator and say, "This coolant looks bad, let's flush it," and suddenly you're out $150. Here's the truth. Coolant doesn't need replacing unless it's contaminated or hasn't been changed in years. Just because it's not neon green doesn't mean it's bad. Check your manual for the right type and interval. Don't let color alone trick you into a flush you don't need. You're not buying paint, you're maintaining a system. That's all for this video. Mechanics aren't all bad, but some rely on fear, confusion, and your trust to make an extra buck. Stay informed, stay confident, and stay on the road without breaking the bank. See you in the next video.